Peace, family. I hope you are doing well, happy, and healthy. I almost forgot to show you guys what I was working on because I was catching up on Diva Jones, gardening. I watch gardening all the time. Like, I barely even watch TV. I'm always trying to learn how to better sustain myself and grow my food and become a homesteader. So anyway, I'm going to quickly show you guys the stones that I'm working on. I already started working on the settings. So let's check it out. Oh, this lighting is terrible for opals. Okay, maybe. Look at these opals, guys. So opal is one of my absolute favorite stones. It is also my birthstone. So I did a post on Instagram and I just posted some of the opals that I had available. And I opened them up for customs if somebody wanted to get something made with opal. So someone responded. She picked these 3. I'm going to make a necklace out of them. I have more available also. They're just sitting over here because I made that one video with them. So I was thinking about making a stacking ring with some too, but I'm working on these 3. So I've got the bezel walls made, still filing them down. And then I'm gonna solder them. So I'll show you guys more later, but I like to show you guys at least the beginning so you can see, like, whoa, those stones, like, it was just stones. I got to create the setting, the wall, solder it down, saw it out. I hope that's interesting for you guys. I feel like sometimes you'll see a simple ring and you're like, oh, that's cute. But if you can see the work that goes into it, it makes a big difference. So I'll probably show you guys what's up while I am soldering and sawing it out. And you guys, let me know what else you'd like to see from me. This is what I do. I hope it's interesting for you guys. I can't believe you guys watch me. Thank you so much for watching me. So let me know what else you'd like to see from me. I'm just kind of recording what I'm working on. That's about it. So I'll see you guys when it's time to solder. Peace. All right, guys, we are ready to solder. So I already got everything set up. I put my bezel walls down and I sprayed the flux, heated it up, and my solder pieces are, and I don't think you guys can see that close, and I can't zoom, but my pieces of solder are already in here. I want to tell you guys what this is. This is actually called binding wire. So for the silver that I solder, I have hard, medium, easy solder. For the copper, I just have one hard solder. So I've already soldered these pieces once, and I don't want the solder joint to come apart while I'm soldering them to the back plate. So I put the binding wire to hold these in place while I solder the pieces to this back plate. Also, another thing that I do is, instead of making this all one closed off piece, I am going to saw it out with loops on the side already. And then I'll drill holes in those loops and file them. So that's gonna help me, that's what I'm gonna attach the links to in between these. So that's why there's space on this side, space on this side, space on top and bottom of these, so that I will have room to saw out the little loops that I need to connect them. So I just wanted to explain that. It's a little harder, well, for me anyway, to find solder, copper solder, that are different, that have different melting points. So I've kind of developed my own little way of making sure that every solder joint is still sturdy, and that I can still, you know, do what I need to do. Now, with silver, there are people who make their entire pieces in hard solder. You can absolutely do that. You do have to be very careful with your flame. And I believe I will probably, if I wanted to do that, I would need to have a more precise flame. That is something that I'm working towards, is maybe getting a, I don't want to say more professional because I'm definitely a professional, but maybe getting a different torch really used for jewelers. This torch that I have is actually from Home Depot. But I'm very good with it. But I've been using this particular type of torch for years. So I definitely, want to upgrade. I try to upgrade my skills and my tools and everything I'm doing as I learn more, as I grow more in my business and in my craft. So I don't know when, but eventually you guys will probably see me with a new torch. So those are soldered. I hope you could see them float. I'm gonna just let them cool down. I do not dip this in water or quench items when they have this binding wire on them. So I'm gonna let them cool down, and then I'll draw my little loops and come back and saw them out. Peace. Peace, family. Grand rising. I'm up early. Well, I was, because my husband's phone kept going off. I'm like, do you have somewhere to go? This Saturday morning, y'all. He's like, no. I'm like, why your phone keep going off? Like, you're not the only one in here. And he can go back to sleep, but after like the third, phone alarm or whatever, I can't go back to sleep. So I went out to the garden, but it was too cold for me. I was cold. I get cold easily, clearly. So anyway, I came here to do a little work, and now I'm about to go out to the garden and water it before the sun gets out. So let me show you guys where I'm at. Y'all just have to excuse my workspace because I'll be having all kind of ideas up here. My daughter pulled these stones out and told me I needed to make earrings. So that's my 4-year-old. She pulled these out. So I was like, okay, I might as well make these too. So that's going to be coming soon. And then these citrine are calling my name. So I am going to make a bracelet and some earrings with those. But I got to finish my orders first. So for the order, for the opals, this is where we are. They are cut out, but I have to file them down. And I'm going to drill holes in these little side pieces. So this morning I just soldered them down. And once I finish in the garden, I'm going to file these. I'm also working on a new made-to-order stacking ring with opals. So I have about 4 of these opals available in the same size. I made the setting. And I'm going to do the ring shank when I come back in here. So that's just a little snapshot of what's going on the bench. I'll come back and show you guys some progress later. Peace. Okay, y'all, my bad. I done got carried away. So I went and cut the grass. And then I'm feeling accomplished. And then I just kept going. I got carried away. So I didn't stop to show you guys what was going on. Actually, it's supposed to be this way. Is it this way? It's supposed to be this way. There we go. I don't know why it's hanging like that, all weird, but I'll fix it. So we got the settings done. They're dirty, of course. There we go. It's like this. I just put the jump ring, made and put these jump rings. So the connecting links in between. I hate that it keeps getting blurry. I still have to solder these in between links. In between. I'm gonna solder those and then file them and stuff. It's not going to be all one chain when I'm done. This is going to be an 18-inch necklace. So when it's all done, I'm going to cut it and make the clasp for it. But it tumbles best like this. The chain doesn't get as tangled in the tumbler. So I thought I'd just put it on here, and then when it's finished tumbling, I will cut it to 18 inches and put the clasp on there, set the stones, polish it, and take pictures. So I'll come back and show you guys what the finished product looks like after I go in and see why my kids are screaming. Thank you guys for watching. See you in a minute. Peace. Alright, family. It occurred to me that I have not shown you guys how I set the stones. I am probably not going to set them all on camera, but I did want to show you guys what I do. So if I made the setting correctly, the stone should pop right in like it did. And what I do is I push the metal in and down to set the stones. So the stones are set with pressure. Ooh, that happens. And I just kind of keep turning it, pushing it in. So first I push it in. I hope you guys can see a little bit. I know, I don't know a better angle to show you, but I try to be gentle, but it's metal, so you gotta move the metal. But you just gotta be, especially with opals. Opals are a little more fragile. I'm gonna get a putty. There's a putty that you can get that helps hold your stones in place while you are setting them. But I have something that I use for my rings. When I'm setting earrings, like post earrings, I'll stick the post in one of these little holes and push it down. It's mostly for necklaces that I would need the putty. So I push it in as much as possible, in. And then once I get all the sides pushed in pretty well, hopefully you can see the difference, that it's starting to get closer and closer to the stone. Then I'm going to push down on the stone, so in and down, to make it really set in there with pressure, so we know it won't move anywhere. So I'm going to finish setting these off camera, but I will come back and show you guys what it looks like at the end. Thanks for watching. Peace. Okay. Excuse me. All right, guys. Stones are set. So because I have to set them with pressure and a tool, I have to do some cleanup. Sometimes, like, this is not as smooth as I would like a finished setting to look. So I'm going to clean up these edges and then polish them. The stones are gorgeous. I've actually never set opals in copper before, but I think it's quite beautiful. And this is a custom, so the client asked for copper, but I think it came out lovely. That's one thing I love about customs, is it gives me different ideas. It kind of opens me up. So I'm going to clean this up and try to get pictures before the sun goes down. And I'm probably going to come back and show you guys when I finish my stacking ring. And then that'll be the end of this video. So check out, stones are set. We're almost there. Clean up and then pictures. Peace. Peace, family. So I'm working on the opal stacking ring, which I'm gonna have this one that I'm making, and then 3 more available made to order in your size. So I finished the setting. Excuse the lighting. There's the setting. I mean, it's not finished, it's filed. I have not yet used my flex shaft on it to smooth it out. But there's setting, so now we're working on the ring shank. So I just soldered it here, filed it a little bit on the solder joint. So the ring shank is made of 14 gauge sterling silver. I buy it like this. Well, this has been cut off of quite a bit. So I buy it like this. I cut it to the length that I want. My stacking rings are hammered, so the length that I want is actually about 2 sizes smaller than the size that I'm trying to do. So excuse this, I have traveled with it. I'm gonna print out another one. But this is how I get my ring sizes. This is from contenti.com, and it'll show you at the top the gauge, and it'll tell you the length in millimeters that you need to make the ring size that you want. So we're gonna put that on here. Please excuse the lighting. I don't have a better way to set this up for you guys right now. With you, like, without you seeing this garage. It's not time for y'all to see that yet. So here's my ring mandrel. Let's pray that I can show you this. This is not the angle that I would normally do it at. But I'm just going to use my rawhide mallet to kind of round it out first. See, it's going further down on my ring mandrel. I'm gonna round this baby out. I have hammered my finger before. Yes, I know y'all are probably wondering. I've hammered my finger before multiple times. I've burned myself multiple times, but it's kind of like a work hazard. And I don't do it all the time or often. So that's a bit more rounded out. Then I'm going to take my ball peen hammer, which is this one. I'm going to use the round end, and I am going to hammer it down to the size that I want. So this is gonna make a really cute texture on the ring. I like to flip it over to make it a little more of an even look, because I know I can be heavy to one way or one side, but if I flip it over, it makes it look a little more even. So that's about where I want it. So I make it smaller because when you hammer, you're stretching the metal out. I don't know if you guys can see the pattern or the texture on here, but when it's all cleaned up, you will be able to. I am going to hammer it to make sure that it is even this way, flat this way. And then we're gonna file a flat spot, flip it over, and solder it to our setting. I don't know how to show you that. So I'm gonna make a flat spot on the ring. I normally do it where the solder joint is, but I'm gonna solder it with easy solder, and then we're gonna solder it to the setting, throw it in the pickle, tumble it, set that stone, boom. So I'll show you guys what it looks like when it's finished. But I don't think I've shown you me making a ring before. Or maybe I have, but not a stacking ring. So it's going to be super cute and dainty and right on time for those October birthdays, because Opal is the birthstone of October and my birthday is in October. So Opal is one of my favorite stones. And plus it's gorgeous. I think if my birthday wasn't in October, I would still love Opal. So anyways, guys, thank you for watching. We're almost at the end. We made an opal necklace, and then we're going to make a cute little opal stacking ring, and then I'll upload this video and see what you guys think. Thank you for joining. Peace. All right, here it is, family. It's all done, but I don't love it. The stacking ring is nicely made. Now you can see the... Hopefully you can see the hammered texture that I did on here. I do love that. The setting is nice and fitting as usual, but it kind of looks like this opal has lost its magic, right? I think I just was so excited and ready to get it made that I forgot that there's something that I can do to bring the flash out in the opal. You can still see it if I do all this, but I want it to be popping from miles away. So what I think I'm gonna do is open the setting up and take the opal out. I'll probably take the setting part off. I can fire it again to remove the setting so I don't have to damage the ring shank. And I can probably still use the bottom of the setting. I'll just do a new bezel wall and solder it all back together. But when I do that, I'm going to darken the back of the setting. So, see how this opal looks like it's popping? Like, oh, baby. Flashes from every side. I think that's because it's on top of this brown. And look at, this is my mask, but I put this here so you guys can see. If I darken the back of the setting, it's really gonna allow the flash of the opal to show more, as opposed to this shiny silver background. It's kind of washing out the flashes, and then the stone is kind of transparent. So I'm still gonna upload this video. You guys can tell me what you think. I'll show you how the stacking ring looks on. And I love these because they're super cute by themselves. And then also you can stack like 5 if you want to. You can stack 3 if you want to. I also make one that's a plain hammered band. So you could do like a plain hammered on this side and one on this side. And just let the stone show. Or you can just wear one by itself. So it's nicely made. And sometimes you don't get it right the first time. Maybe I was rushing. I haven't made an opal piece in a while. And the opal necklace really did highlight the flashes really well. Look at that. We need all of that. This is another one that I have available for a custom. If somebody doesn't claim it, I might just make something out of it because it's been staring at me. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think of the stacking ring. Let me know what you think of the next. Let me know how you're doing. I hope you are happy and healthy and doing well. And thank you so much for watching another one of my videos. I will come back and share more with you guys. I am going to be making as much stuff as I can, you know, before the holiday season, because that's always a really great season for me. So I'm just going to try to make a bunch of stuff and get my shop really nice and full so that people can do their shopping for the holidays, especially with them talking about, you know, I guess issues in the supply chain and blah, blah, blah. I have no issues in my supply chain, y'all. I'm out here making stuff as much as I can. And I am open for customs as well. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.